Hello, my name is Amy Cook and I'm one of the mental wellbeing practitioners here at Bupa. I have been working within the Wellbeing Support Services team for around 2 years now, and my background is mental health and psychology. So this includes an undergraduate degree in neuropsychology and a master's degree in clinical psychology. My role currently includes conducting mental health assessments with UKI clients, and I'm also an online supporter for clients having internet-based cognitive behavioural therapy. Today's webinar will last around half an hour and we'll cover the basic concepts of mindfulness. So we'll be taking a look at the theory behind mindfulness and how it can be used in everyday life to improve overall well-being. We'll be taking a look at useful tools and techniques that can be implemented throughout day-to-day life and in our approach to challenging circumstances. So if we start by looking at what is mindfulness. In everyday life, it can be easy to forget how powerful taking some time for yourself can be. Focusing for any amount of time on yourself can be uncomfortable at times, and that's okay. We live in a world that can demand a lot from us, and this can leave little time for checking in with how we truly and honestly feel. Uncomfortable emotions, thoughts, and sensations are avoided day to day because they are just that, they're uncomfortable. Mindfulness is about being more aware of the present moment, your body and the world around you. It's about observing rather than judging experiences. If your mind wanders and starts to dwell on the past or begins worrying about the future, bringing your attention back to the here and now can be a really powerful skill to learn. And practicing mindfulness can positively change the way you approach challenges and feel about life. So there are important elements to consider with mindfulness, and these are known as the whats and the hows. So what skills are what you do to be mindful. So you observe, describe, participate. The how skills are how you do the what skills. So they would be done without judgment, whole-minded, and effectively. Mindfulness is about paying full attention to the activity at hand or participating in a specific mindful activity, such as breathing exercises, meditating, or even a mindful walk. Mindfulness can be woven into your routine. You can adopt certain behaviours, like being actively involved and paying attention to what is happening and what you are doing. So for example, mindful eating, really focusing on the food. How does it taste? How does it smell? What does it look like? With mindful eating, things like enjoying each bite and noticing how full or hungry we are. And this application of thinking towards eating can help to ensure that we only eat what we really need or really want, rather than quickly snacking in between doing other tasks that can demand our time and energy. Another principle of mindfulness is one thing at a time, and the benefits of this are easy to see. For example, being fully present when having a conversation with a person rather than vaguely listening while distracted will positively impact on our relationship with that person. There's a fundamental requirement, which is noticing and describing what is happening or how we feel without judgment. Being non-judgmental is about becoming an observer and not deciding if something is right or wrong. So for example, the thought of I can feel my heart beating fast, I feel nauseous, and I feel worried about this, without the judgment that could follow with questions like why can't I manage? I shouldn't be feeling this way. So with that being said, there's an acceptance that comes with being mindful or practicing mindfulness. And this doesn't mean that we don't care about the situation or our performance, it just changes our approach. By escaping the traps we can fall into with thoughts and judgments, we opened our mind for solutions to situations or our performance, and we move away from well-worn patterns of thinking. And this can allow the mind to form new connections and be more curious. So how can mindfulness help during challenging times? Mindfulness encourages you to have kindness and compassion towards yourself, and using these skills and observations to recognize and separate thoughts from facts. Being kind to ourselves is using this in the moment approach and means we can escape worries about the future and ruminations about the past. The benefits of mindfulness are that people can have a greater sense of well-being and can feel better equipped to cope with stress. During challenging times that are out of our control, it can be easy to get swept up with worry. So really checking in on yourself and how you're doing and being honest in your response. So the 4 steps of mindfulness. The first is ensure that you're sitting comfortably. So choosing a seated position that allows your body to feel supported and to become still. Really settling into that position and allowing your eyes to gently close. The second is to intentionally choose to bring your attention to a specific object. Any object can be the focus for mindful meditation. In the beginning, it's most helpful to bring your attention to something that your senses will easily notice, so your breath or the sounds around you. The third is bringing an attitude of open curiosity to whatever you're doing, and when you notice without trying to change or control or assess what it is, just noticing it. The fourth step is redirection. So when you find that your attention is pulled away or it drifts, redirecting your attention back to the object you have chosen, firmly but gently. Firmly with discipline and gently with self-compassion. So looking now at 2 different types of mindfulness exercises that can be done to help ground you in the moment if there's feelings of stress or anxiousness that start to arise. So we'll start with a body scan. Begin by sitting with your back straight and your eyes closed. Take 3 deep breaths in and begin to notice your feet and your legs, your calves and your thighs, and your groin and your abdomen. Continue up the body, taking another 3 deep breaths. Notice your stomach and back, any tension in your shoulders or neck. Be aware of your jaw and how your head feels. Do this exercise for a total of 3 times, as it's a great way to get in tune with your body and begin to notice any stress or strains. The breaths help you to relieve tension. Your mind may wander, and that's okay. As best you can, without judgment, bring your attention back to your experience, moment to moment. So now taking 1 or 2 deeper breaths and widening your focus, filling the whole body with awareness, sweeping the body with your awareness from top to bottom, and experiencing the body as a whole. Noticing whether there is any non-acceptance towards any parts of the body, and seeing if you can have compassion without any judgments, tension or pain that might be present. And when you notice it, feeling the energy of life flowing through you. And resting in awareness of this amazing body that you have, compassion for its pains and appreciation for its capacities and the wonder of it. And just take a moment to settle after you've done this. Another exercise that people can find help them with being mindful is alternative nostril breathing. And this is quite a common practice in exercises such as yoga. So using your thumb and index finger, you can now do an easy breathing exercise. So with your right index finger, close your right nostril and take a breath in through the left nostril. Now close the left nostril with your thumb. Open your index finger and breathe out through the right nostril. Then breathe in through the right nostril. Close the right nostril with the index finger. Open the thumb and breathe out through the left nostril. Continue to do this 8 to 10 times, and this can help calm the system and it can facilitate brain activity. So, looking at some tips for when things feel a little overwhelming. The first one is sigh. So lift up your shoulders and do a big, loud sigh whilst letting your shoulders drop. Do this as many times as you need to and as loudly as you feel you need to. Instead of thinking, oh, this too, try to adopt a it is what it is stance. As always with mindfulness, practice and acknowledge the situation without judgment. Also, get creative. Often using our hands forces us to connect with what we're doing in a present moment, whether this is journaling, how our day was, colouring or cooking. Physically doing a task forces the front of our brain to take over and focus, therefore allowing the back of our mind the chance to rest. And this is the area that can typically carry worry. Here are some quotes around mindfulness to leave you with and to reflect on. In an age of acceleration, nothing can be more exhilarating than going slow. And in an age of distraction, nothing is so luxurious as paying attention. And in an age of constant movement, nothing is so urgent as sitting still. Almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. If you do feel that you'd benefit from some further support or would like some up-to-date information and guidance on the coronavirus or general health and wellbeing tips, we can help. So there's the Coronavirus Hub and there's also the Health and Wellbeing blog for you to take a look at. So just to summarise quickly, being present in the moment allows you to not have anxieties about the future or woes about the past. Being kind to yourself and leave your judgments behind you. Try to incorporate mindfulness into your day-to-day life and get creative with it. Thank you for listening, and I hope you found benefit in this webinar.